You want to do like a 3, 2, 1 record?
Yeah, I'll go 3, 2, 1, go, and then on go we'll hit the record button. All
Okay,
right.
it's always fun to do with someone who's
So
high
it's something
because
like they're the best
you're
worst friends.
really
Best worst friends.
Okay.
Best
Three,
worst friends.
2, 1, go.
With Doug and Tim. Guys, welcome back to another episode of the podcast Best Worst Friends.
You're getting pretty good at that.
Thank you
I
so
must
much,
say.
man. Thank you so much.
I feel like your heart's really in it.
That sultry tone is my co-host Tim Nicholson, and I'm Doug Koning, and this is our podcast Best Worst Friends. Damn it! I was doing good. That's fine.
that part is not great.
Yeah,
I don't think we need to say our names every time.
That's
talk.
true. It literally is just our friends listing, so I don't know why we have to specify that every time.
Yeah, but anyway.
I was riding back from shows in Toronto yesterday with AJ, and there was a word we got caught up on, and we got to a point with he would butcher it, and then I would butcher it, and we stopped even realizing if it was a real word or not. Specificity.
A real word.
Is specificity a real word?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
It's how specific you're being.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But he was just saying it differently, and then I would say it, and then it just, when you say something too much and it starts to lose its meaning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mike has been telling me apparently I put the emphasis on the first syllable of words where it doesn't have to be there.
Like what?
I'll call it. I feel like I'm only gonna find examples where it's correct. But like telephone instead of telephone. Is that one? Is that a bad one?
I don't know. I don't think it matters.
I don't know. Apparently, matters.
It is telephone. It's not telephone.
Yeah, I would call it a telephone.
Yeah,
which is apparently wrong.
What is it supposed to be?
Telephone.
Telephone. You're supposed to hit the phone more?
I don't know, okay? I told you I was going to have trouble finding an example.
Man.
Hold on.
Oh, man.
Fuck. I'm just looking around my room. There got to be something around here.
Like, what does my brain say wrong? Where is it?
Yeah, exactly. We'll find it. We'll find it
man.
organically.
You should have really kept doing those improv classes in London back in the day, man. Could have really used some yes-anding practice.
I'd be the country's best demon baby right now. I'd be known for it.
Dude, you'd be one of the 42 at JFL this year. Demon baby.
Be.
Yeah.
God, I hope we get to the point where we get on JFL for the podcast and not for doing jokes.
That'd be sick. That'd be
when
sick.
JFL becomes a podcast festival.
It honestly probably pretty close, man. I saw like a decent amount of podcasts listed there on like the things I saw on the subway.
Yeah, Tim Dillon, who has like a special out on Netflix right now, is coming down to do a live podcast. He's like headlining the festival with a live podcast.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Did you watch his special?
I don't have Netflix anymore.
You don't have Netflix?
No.
I mean, I use my girlfriend, so I can't like judge you or anything like that.
Yeah, don't judge me.
I use a profile called Kitties. Ask Brittany. She'll probably give it to you. I don't know.
Nah, maybe. But no, I haven't watched Bill Burr's special. I haven't watched this last Tim Dillon special.
Bill Burr's is great. The one thing I didn't like about Tim Dillon's is the audio seemed weird. It seemed like there was like a bit of an echo, and it seemed like because he was in a theater, he was like yelling more.
Well, he yells.
I know
He's
he yells, but it seemed like almost a bit too much to me. I don't know. It seemed like he was playing like a really big space. Dude, how fucking stoked are you for Wednesday?
Pretty stoked.
Seeing fucking Billy Burr. One of the best ever to do
exciting.
It. Dude, I'm so stoked.
We're seeing him at Scotiabank, so I'm keeping my expectations low.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it'll be great, but I'm gonna keep my expectations low and hope that it exceeds my expectations.
Where is Scotiabank Arena? Is that where the Raptors play?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, it's a big space.
Yeah. That's crazy. I wonder what does the stage look like for places like that? Have you seen comics there before? Like, what do they do?
Yeah, it's the same stage they use for like Radiohead or when Tyler the Creator was there. It's all the same
Okay.
stage, massive stage, just tiny
Like in
little
the
man.
center?
Yeah, yeah. I think they cut it in half or like 3/4.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't do it in like the round or anything,
Yeah.
but it's tough, man. It's tough. I'm gonna be drunk as hell.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking stoked.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so drunk. I might smoke weed that day for the first time in years.
Oh my god, yeah. That's good. Just
And-
feel like Bill's yelling at you specifically. That'd
That'd be
kick
great.
ass.
Anything that'll stop me from yelling at people sitting around me.
Oh
is-
yeah.
that's ideal.
Yeah. Do you think people are going to be heckly? Is that is that what happens in like these big spaces? Like people yell out a lot or
Oh, well, it's heckly, but not really.
Mm.
It's like heckly in the way people would heckle a movie because like he can't hear you.
yeah.
He's so far away, surrounded by thousands of people.
Yeah.
The only people who can hear you are people around you.
And we hate you.
Yeah, and there's
It's
just
like
gonna
we
be
came
like
to see Bill Burr, not fucking Terry Franklin, whatever the fuck your name is. Like, sit down. I don't care.
yeah, there's gonna be someone like 2 rows back, 8 rows over that every 10 minutes yells, "Billy Redface," just to no one. You're the man, Bill. Like for who?
Just to get it out of the system.
Yeah, just because he needs to tell Bill Burr that he is the man, even if it's from like 200 yards away.
yeah.
But it'll be fine. It'll just be like chatty. Like there'll be people just having their own conversations around us.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's really tough to be engaged. Like
Yeah, that's
those
fair.
tricks. Remember when we saw Louis in Niagara Falls, and there would be a
Yes.
chatty section, and he would just like look at him
Yeah.
until they quieted down, and he would just tell the jokes to them for a bit until they became engaged, and then he would move back.
Yeah.
You can't do that in Scotiabank. You can't like stare up at section 504,
Yeah.
and then they'll calm down, and then you get back.
Yeah. That's true, I guess. You kind of have to talk over it. I even saw that a bit in Bill Burr's last special because it was live at the Red Rocks, but it was like a huge amphitheater it looked like. But any shot that showed the audience, there's just so much going on at all times during the show. So many people like moving around, so many people talking, so many people doing shit other than watching a show. You'd
Yeah.
think that'd have to be so fucking completely distracting at all times if you could see something like that. Imagine like being in a play and you're trying to like stay on script and remember your cues and people are moving around that much.
Yeah, I bet it would be brutal. Like you see comics try to deal with it when we saw Nathan McIntosh and people were getting their bills and there's waitresses walking around holding debit machines over their heads and they're
Yeah.
like beeping loudly because they can't get a signal.
Yeah.
And he's up there like, well, I'm about to do my closer, so if we could hurry this up, that would be awesome. But anyway, that's probably enough comedy talk, especially for a man who's about to be driving a car soon.
That's true, man. I took the step. I've just been, puddling around the fucking scrapyard feeling sorry for myself. All these skills I don't have, like driving and swimming, and then realizing all the skills I do have are fucking useless, like playing guitar and solving a Rubik's Cube and shit like that. Like, what an imbalance of time I've invested in my life in useful things. So I signed up for driver's ed. I did the first thing just before this, like the first little correspondence, but like now I can actually start the modules, and I can start some in-car stuff too, which I'm a little stressed
Nice.
out about. But hopefully when he gets here, I can just be like, hey, I'm really bad at this, so
Everyone he
don't make
teaches
me
is
do
really
this
bad
right
at it.
away. Yeah, you know what I
That's
mean?
why
Like
they're-
I'm the kind of new to driving where if I touch the gas pedal for the first time and like feel the engine move, I'm like, whoa, you know, like that's how new at driving I am still.
Hey, I'm sure they get people like that all the time. They get like Saudi Arabian women who haven't even been allowed to look at a car for their whole life, and then he has to teach them. I bet you won't be the worst.
That's very true. Did you take
Look-
driver's ed back in the day?
Oh yeah, my boy Gus El Khatib taught
Nice.
taught our class. Yeah, and then I did some in-car stuff, and it was when I passed my because like, you'll still have to get your G1, right?
No, I have my G1.
Oh, is this for your G2?
Yeah.
When I passed my G2 test, there's a bunch of things where it's like if you get 3 strikes, you fail. Like 3 strikes on any one thing, you fail.
Yeah.
And there are some where if you get 2 strikes, you fail.
Yeah.
And I got the maximum amount of strikes in every category and to pass.
Damn.
Yeah, like I made 2 right turns that were too wide. I made 2 right turns that were too narrow. I panicked when I first got in, and
Just screaming.
no, it was raining when I first got in the car,
Oh man.
and then it stopped raining, and I panicked and I couldn't figure out how to turn off the windshield wipers. So I got an improper use of safety devices, big X.
Oh
And
man.
that's one of the 2 categories. Yeah, and then I did a left turn that was too wide, left turn too narrow. I didn't look behind me enough when I was backing up. I did everything wrong the maximum amount of times, and then I got my license.
That's great, man. That kind of thing
Yeah.
gives me hope. I love when people tell you about their driving test experience and they always end with the city they did it in not being the city that they live in.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, it's like, oh yeah, go do it in Brantford. They're pretty lenient. Or like big thing in St. Thomas was going to Tilsonburg to take it because someone told me they ran a red light in their G2 test and they still passed.
Nice.
They're just like,
Yeah,
oh,
and
whatever. They're like Tilsonburg. They're like, well, fucking, we're still not used to the one light in town, so I get it. You know?
Well, London had the highest failure rate in Ontario.
Damn.
They would pass 40% of the people who took their G2 tests.
Shit.
Yeah, which is wild. So, I took my G2 test in Stratford.
Nice. The quaint
Yeah,
little
'cause
town. I was there on Friday. It's beautiful.
Because you don't have to go on the 400 highway. You
Oh,
just go
yeah?
on one of those local. Just a heads up, you're doing 80 now on the same road type highways,
Yeah.
and they just had some tricky one-way street stuff. But other than that, it's pretty simple. I recommend
Okay.
Stratford. If you're
Okay. All
if you're gonna
right.
go for it.
I'm just gonna do some put out some feelers and find where the worst test is. You know?
Yeah.
Or just the easiest. Basically, just have to turn the car on, know how to turn the radio up, and that's most of what matters. That's the kind of road
Yeah.
test I need.
Like you go to Delhi, and you just have to pass a breathalyzer, and then you get your G2.
You have to pass the breathalyzer to start the instructor's car. And he's like, "Thanks, man. I'll sign you off. Good job."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
No,
I need.
Because it's not uniform everywhere. Because doing your G2 in Toronto sounds impossible. I don't even know where
That's
you would
scary,
go.
Yeah.
Is it just if you any driver's test you can walk away from is a good driver's test? Is that what they say when you do it in Toronto?
Yeah,
You
it's
have to,
like
take
if you survive a fucking derby, your car's not
Yeah.
smoking by the end of it. They're like, "Wow, good job."
Congratulations. Yeah, you have to do that merger from the 401 to the 427 where it's 7 lanes converging and all switching, and then you have to do that. I remember that was my dad. My dad took me there, and the first time I drove on the highway, I drove he and my mom into Toronto,
Oh my
And-
god.
and he had me go there, and then take it down, and he handled it well. I almost got in an accident.
Oh
'cause
shit.
I was merging, and then a car in front of me just cut right in, and so I had
Fuck.
to go back in the other lane and then make another attempt. And he handled it well. My mom did not handle it well. My mom was freaking the fuck out in the back seat. And I was just up there like, shut up! It's fine!
She's like holding on to fucking prayer beads or something. Like,
Yeah,
Our
exactly.
Father who art in heaven.
It's like, stop speaking in tongues in the back seat. We're going to be fine.
It's very distracting.
Yeah. This Toyota HHR has a high safety rating. We will live.
Would you
I
say?
promise you, we will live.
Would you say that's the scariest moment you've had as a driver?
No.
No.
I
What's
can tell
like
you
your?
the scariest moment I've had
Yeah,
as a driver.
please do.
There's been a couple tight ones,
Okay.
but easily the scariest was there's an exit from the Gardner Expressway onto Lakeshore Boulevard.
okay.
And so you're going like, 100, 110, and then you go down this ramp, and then there's sort of a long ramp, and it becomes 60. But there's
Yeah.
a curve in it. There's a curve in the ramp, and someone was stopped right, like traffic had backed up, and someone was stopped right at the apex of that curve. So you couldn't really see them until you were most of the way around the curve already.
Yeah.
And I was checking my blind spot because I was going to merge over, and then I turned back, and they're like there. They're like right in front of me.
Fuck.
And I slam on the brakes, and I skid into the other lane because I had some space, and I was like,
shit.
and I was basically at, instead of straight on, I was sort of at a 45-degree angle,
Mm.
stopped, like taking up both lanes, and I didn't hit the guy, and I was just there like, and then I just like shakily drove the rest of the way home down Lakeshore.
Holy shit, dude.
Just freaking, and it was one of those things where the guy that I like almost hit, I saw
Yeah.
his face as he was going, and he was white.
Fuck, man.
It's like, oh man.
That's fucking. Where were you coming from? Do you remember?
Yeah, I was coming from work, just somewhere,
Fuck.
and it was, I'd been like in traffic for a long time, and then we
So you just
finally
wanna
got some
get
daylight,
home.
so I was doing like 100 or whatever, and yeah, it's just they're those little ones that you just,
Yeah.
exit ramps, on ramps, and all that sort of stuff, they freak me the hell out.
Yeah,
a little
that's
bit.
terrifying. That's terrifying. I remember being
Yeah.
in a car with Ferg and Shaz once when Ferg full out hit a patch of black ice on the highway in the wintertime. We were coming back from a show in Sarnia, and you could feel a car with its wheels on the ground, and then you can feel when that car becomes a sled, and you're just like going, and there's just like no sound at all, and a bridge and a turn was coming up. I was like, we're dead. We're going to fucking die. And then he literally just got enough like traction on the road at the end to like veer off and then not go into it. But dude, I remember just being so scared. I was like, I'm going to die for like $30 and a plate of spaghetti at a show in a golf course in Sarnia in December. Like, what the fuck am I doing?
Oh yeah, that bad weather stuff is brutal. I remember one time just driving down the Gardner, and all of a sudden the sky opened up, and it was just the hardest rain I've ever seen in my life. And it's one of those where like 90% of drivers slowed right down to like 20.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their hazards on, and then eventually everyone just stops because it's just not safe.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's someone who's still doing 90, just like weaving in and out.
Oh, God.
And like getting where they have to go, and you're like, well, I hope I don't die today because someone hits me while I'm parked here on the highway.
Yeah.
Or there's a place on the 401 just east of London. I think it's called Putnam or Putnam. It's
Okay.
basically a big dip in the highway.
Yeah, near Woodstock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember doing that on the day after Boxing Day, back when I was an engineer. And I had an early start at the Cami plant out there for their winter shutdown. And it's just the wind came, and it was just snow everywhere. And then the wind just howls through that little tunnel that it makes.
Yeah.
And I remember the wind just blew my car into the next lane.
Holy
that-
fuck.
That's happened to me a couple times. That happened to me there, and that happened to me once on that bridge down to St. Catharines that you take from Brantford or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bridge that you take over when you're going down to the Niagara region, and I was just on that bridge in the snow, and the wind came and just blew my car into the next lane. It's like, hey, well, we lived. Go us for living.
I think you get why some people don't want to drive in bad condition. I was always like, what does it matter? You know, you're just driving, whatever. But now approaching the idea of driving myself, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't know if I'd want to do it in rain, in light rain.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think it would change the conditions enough where I would be canceling plans because the precipitation chance was high enough.
Yeah, and like visibility just gets brutal. Like I remember I was driving Katie Westman back from a show, and I don't know what fucking moron decided that when you're in like a construction zone, the white lines become orange. The white lines between lanes become orange.
Yeah.
And when it's raining, you just can't see them.
Yeah.
And so I remember I was driving down, and we hit and I look around me. It's like, this is a 4-lane highway. There's 6 cars across this highway. And then we're in this construction zone, and there's a curve, and the curve has just a massive puddle of water, and you can't see it because it's the dead of night, and it's pouring rain. And then we just hit it, and just like the cars just all just kind of fishtail, and there's a van like right here that comes roaring by, and you just like,
fuck me.
just grip the steering wheel harder, and you just try to get through it. And it's like,
How many comics do you think you've almost killed while driving?
I almost ran a red light with Nick Nemiroff.
Mm-hmm.
There was that thing with Katie Westman. Other than that, I think I've been pretty cool. I think I've been okay.
That's good. Yeah, I don't think we've ever
and
had
me.
any scary moments.
And me. I've also almost killed me.
Yeah,
So,
true.
3.
Yeah, 3.
3 comics.
There you go.
But no, I drive pretty slow. I don't
Yeah.
really fuck around.
No, you're
do
a
like
safe
one-
driver.
Yeah, I do like 110, 115 on the highway.
Yeah.
I, stay within the speed limit, whatever.
Yeah. No, you're good. There's some comics that drive way too fast. It's scary. There's some comics that drive way too slow. It's almost infuriating. But you're a good in the middle range there.
I don't understand why people drive that fast and that aggressively.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't get
I've
it.
been with the comics. We're not even late, and
Yeah.
they're just hauling ass.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like
dude,
it's a fucking
fine.
like video game, and they're trying to finish the level fast enough or as fast as possible. It's like, nah, man, you can get some serious consequences. Like, why pay a bunch of money just to get somewhere faster that you're making no money? That logic
like-
doesn't make any sense to me.
Do you just hate driving? Like, do you hate me? Do you not want to spend time with me? Well, it's fine.
Oh man,
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it's like exhilarating. Maybe it makes you feel like a big shot. I don't know. It just freaks me the hell out.
maybe they're bitter that they have all this horsepower and they never get to use it to its full potential.
Those maybe, but a lot of people doing that are driving like 2008 Honda Civics. They're not, they're not in like a Tesla. They're
Maybe
not
that's why they're driving like that too, because they're just like, what the fuck do I care if I do something to this car? Let's go get
I
another
don't
one
care
for
if I
like
die.
$500. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, I'll
it
tuck
might-
and roll.
It might honestly be just being like, of course I'm driving this way because I'm capable of it. And they just need to prove that they can do it, or
Of course I'm driving this way. I watched Baby Driver last week.
I am too fast and too furious to not drive this fast.
But yeah, no, man, I'm excited to learn how to drive. I'm excited to do it with like a professional showing me the ropes, and I'm a little scared to do it in Hamilton. Hamilton seems like a scary city to drive in, but we'll see
It
how
is.
it goes. Yeah, I guess
It's
if I can
like-
learn here, I'll probably be fine most places.
Yeah, I've never had to very quickly avoid people as much as I have in Hamilton. Because it's just
Yeah.
the middle of the night and the streets covered in zombies.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
have to weave through.
There's been a lot
I
of times
remember-
people have jumped in front of Jason's car.
Yeah.
Like maybe like 20 feet away while he's like speeding down the road and he has to fucking slam on his brakes. And it's like, what are you fucking... Why? Why?
I remember
Just because they want to like fuck with people. But yeah, sorry, go on.
No, there was a guy at like King and James, I think. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
Near Levity.
Yeah.
and he was just at a red light, and he just, he was in a wheelchair. He just had head to knees, basically,
Yeah.
and he just wouldn't get out of this car's way. He was just standing in front of a car, being like, "Fuck you," and the person's like, "What? I'm just trying to leave." And they would try to go around, and he'd go in front of their car that way, and then he was
That's
just
so
in front of their
fucking scary.
car. It's annoying more than anything. It's like, I'm trying my best to not hurt you.
Yeah.
Why are you using me hurting you as a threat?
No, there's a lot of aggressive homeless people in Hamilton. Unlike I find in Toronto, they don't really talk to you. It's almost like they're like, ah, fuck, no one's gonna do anything. But like in Hamilton, there's a bit more fight left in them. Like the only time I ever got a homeless person yelling at me in Toronto was that time with you when he was yelling, "Hey, fat fuck," and then the sores on the feet thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I have more sores on my feet than you've had lovers.
And I was like,
Oh.
I hope not.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Yeah, even if I'm a virgin, I don't want you to have more sores on your feet than I've had lovers. Like that would probably be painful.
Yeah, but he was like in a sleeping bag under a tarp on top of like a subway grate.
Yeah.
So it's one of those like, let him have his fun.
Yeah.
He's fine. It's fine.
I wonder if this is when we were still living at the house that didn't have heat in the wintertime, when we were indoor homeless.
I think so.
Yeah.
Just looking at him like, you can't come up with $200 a month, man.
Can't come up with $200 and have 8 roommates.
Yeah.
Come on,
I was
dude.
jealous of his sleeping bag and tarp. I was like, that guy looks cozy.
Yeah.
Looks warm. But no, I don't know. The homeless in Toronto, they more just like, they're inconvenient.
Yeah.
Like you'll have to like step over them to go into a Tim Hortons or something. Or they'll
Yeah.
just be having a nap on some stairs that you need to use.
I remember a homeless guy once passed out on the flag stand outside the dispensary I worked at. Just like passed the fuck out completely on it, like on the little sandbag stand part at the bottom. And so I was like
Yeah.
trying to be like, "Sir, you got to move. Just move a little bit." I was like, "I won't call the cops. Just like move a little. We're just closing. I want to bring this in." And he like still wouldn't move. I look at his head. He has like a fucking open head wound. Like a bleeding wound. I'm just like, "Come on, dude." I like have to pick it up like from like under him and just wash my hands for like the next 10 minutes. But I was like, "Come on,
Ew.
man." Yeah.
This
it was
is-
brutal.
This is, probably not woke to say, but the homeless people in Toronto are sort of a lot like if someone spilled a Tupperware container full of vomit. And it's like, it's not doing anything to me, but don't be there.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
I
I
don't like it.
I feel fucking awful for them. But like
Yeah.
also like why? Why are there so many more homeless people now? What's going on?
Well,
is
the
our
housing
world?
crisis.
Yeah.
And also, they just don't give them like mental health care.
Yeah.
So they just put them out onto the street.
Yeah, it's a big one.
And they serve their purpose. They make us afraid of being homeless, which is their main role, I think.
Fuck, yeah, that's fucking ugh. What an awful world to live in. It's crazy when you you see those things when you're a kid like for donating to starving people in other countries, and you look at the way they live and you're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe people live like that." And then now you can just look out your window and be like, "There they are, living like that." You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's depressing. I don't know what the answer. There's like so many empty buildings in Hamilton too. There's like a whole complex subdivision that's just like boarded up windows, and like
Yeah.
just no one lives there. It's like, why not just invest like a little bit of money in this, and this could be like housing for people? Like, I don't get it.
Because who's going to put money into helping people? That's not what it's for.
That's not what money's for.
Yeah. Money's for making more money, Doug.
No, I'm
What are
sorry.
you, thick? You're
Yeah,
supposed to make money.
yeah.
Here's the thing. If I make any money, I'm not giving any of it to homeless people. That is my money.
Really,
Not a
I think
chance.
I think it'd be fun to like give to homeless people.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be great. But I have 2 holes in my floor, so It's my money.
How's the job hunt going this week?
It's not great.
Yeah.
It's probably why I'm like afraid of homeless people the way that 7th graders are afraid of gay people. Whereas like I'm afraid I am one
Yeah.
and I
I
don't want
might
to be.
secretly be one. You're secretly homeless.
Exactly. And then I have to tell my dad I'm homeless. He's going to be like, I didn't raise you to be homeless. It's going to be a whole thing.
That's a good bit,
Ah.
man. I like that.
We're probably going to get there.
Yeah.
That's weird. You don't see a lot of homeless people with cats.
No, cats are too smart to be. If they're cats
Yeah.
are like if cats realize they're homeless and they're like, I'd rather just be homeless alone.
They're like trophy wives, these cats.
Yeah.
It's like they'll only stay with you as long as you buy them things.
It's because cats are twice as smart as dogs. They got smaller brains, but I guess they have twice as many neurons, which means they can make more connections and stuff. I've been watching a lot of My Cat from Hell on Discovery Plus, so I'm learning a decent amount about cats.
What is My Cat from Hell?
My Cat from Hell, thank you for asking, Tim, is a show hosted by this man named Jackson Galaxy, who sounds like the villain from Jimmy Neutron. It's not his real name. I looked it up. I can't remember his real name. But basically, couples will come on who have a cat who's like biting or scratching the absolute shit of them, just making their life like a living nightmare. And then Jackson Galaxy comes on with his bald head and a guitar case full of cat toys and tells them why it's their fault and what they're doing wrong.
Is that guy's name Jackson Galaxy? I'm going to look that up.
It's like Richard something, but it's a fucking crazy show, man.
Oh my God! This
Yeah,
guy
look
looks
at his
like
beard.
A street magician.
Yeah, right?
He literally looks like he does pirate magic in 1998.
Yeah, he should be not taming cats. He should be juggling bowling pins that are on fire.
Absolutely, he should be like hypnotizing women into having orgasms. He shouldn't be teaching cats how to do shit.
Like,
He's
oh
a
yeah,
cat
I've seen him in
behavior-
those videos. Yeah.
He's a cat behaviorist, a YouTuber, and hosts the television show My Cat from Hell. Just as an aside, those
Uh-huh.
hypnotized women having fake orgasms really meant a lot to me when I was a young teenager.
Yeah. Did
Yeah,
you ever
those really-
did you ever
got
dabble
me
in erotic hypnosis? You ever watch or read anything about that?
That I don't. Is that not what I just said?
I guess yeah, that's true. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
pretty erotic to me. I don't.
Yes, I guess the erotic part is subjective, but I mean, like you yourself, you ever try it?
No.
I got big into this, like the porn subreddits, obviously, right? And then they have Gone Wild. They used to have a Gone Wild audio, and I remember there was one on there. It was like an erotic hypnosis you could listen to. It was like 20 minutes long, and then it would like make you feel like you were coming. And I remember I did
Did it
this at
work?
my. Yeah, it felt kind of like it, I guess. It was very strange because it felt kind of like it was working, and then you could still jerk off again if you wanted to. But I remember doing this at my parents' house where I didn't have a bedroom door. I had this weird, like, little flappy wood paneled thing. But to do this thing properly, the instructions said you had to lay in your bed, like, completely nude, not being touched by anything. So you can't have, like, another stimulus. And I'm just, like, wearing headphones. And I was just so afraid the whole time that my mom, my dad was just going to open my flappy door and just see me just in the nude with headphones on. Just like a little boner just sticking up.
Doug, you better be dead. That better be rigor mortis. I am not.
Oh my God, you better be dead.
You better be fucking dead. Catch
But
you
yeah.
nude with a boner.
It was fucking cool, but it's one of those things like I can never talk to anybody about it because I can't be like, hey, have you ever had a hands-free orgasm? And they're like, what, you mean like a girl touches it instead? And I'm like, no.
It's like
No,
with like a
hypnosis.
mouth or a pussy or something. Like, no.
No, with my mind. And they're like, we don't want to be friends anymore.
Okay, so I looked up Jackson Galaxy.
Uh-huh.
Born Richard Kirchner.
That's it. I knew it was Richard.
Something you might like about him.
Uh-huh.
At one point, he weighed 300 pounds.
Oh yeah, I did read that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he went like
but
on a
cheated.
vegan diet or something like that.
Yeah, he also had gastric bypass.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
He cheated. He didn't.
Nah,
do
that's not cheating. That's like taking a road that you have far more fucking medical side effects forever. Like for me, I just like nothing about my body is technically changed. Whereas someone who gets that surgery, like they have now like a little stomach. They have to take vitamins for the rest of their life because their stomach can't absorb enough of the vitamins and shit like that. It's like a fucking whole thing, man. It's crazy.
Sounds nuts.
Yeah.
But sorry, I'm back on my cat from hell. Still
It's a
looking
fucking
up this dude.
it's a cool show, dude. It's hilarious too when he goes and talks to the couple first.
99 episodes.
Yeah, no, it's-
11 seasons.
I'm working my way
Since
through.
2011.
Yeah. But anyways, he'll like go into the room with the cats, right? And he'll talk to the couple first and then go in with the cats. And when he's walking in, he'll just be saying the most ridiculous names because cats all have like dumb fucking names. And then it just cuts to the cat like, and it's like playing the most intense music. So it'll just be him like walking in and like a sing-songy voice being like, Mr. Squeaky Pants. And then just the cat like, oh. It's fucking crazy. But he does fix these cats. A lot of the time, you know what the biggest solution to all this shit is you have to play with your cat. No one plays with their cats or they do it wrong. Like you basically have to he has like a stick that has like a little like fake bird or something on the end of it for the cat to chase, and you basically just do rhythmic gymnastics around and you have to simulate like hunting.
Yeah.
And it like tuckers him out and you know, it calms him
I got one of
down.
those. I have
Yeah.
a rainbow caterpillar on a stick kicking around here somewhere. Oh, hey, Anchovy. She's having a nap right behind me.
You been taking Anchovy out on any walks or anything?
She's not much for walking,
Oh, okay.
but
Likes to
she
sit outside?
will. Yeah, she'll sit outside, explore the yard. Our neighbor's front yard has a lot of rocks that get warm, which she enjoys.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wanted to try
But-
something with Brittany's cats. I haven't tried it yet, but because Jackson Galaxy, when he was walking a cat on there one time with the I know it's the most ridiculous name, but
Jackson Gal. But the day he came up with that, I would have slapped him in the mouth.
he was walking
Imagine
a
your
cat
friend
around.
Richard Kirshner comes up to you and he's like, "My name is Jackson Galaxy now, and I wear purple sunglasses."
And I
Shut up.
shaved two things into my beard so my ball gag doesn't chafe anymore. And you're like, oh my god, that is a commitment to a lifestyle I'm not ready for.
Oh yeah, his beard is just a disaster.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
strange,
God.
right?
Yeah,
Very
it looks
fascinating dude, though.
Looks like he let his kid draw a maze on his face. But you were planning something with your lady's cats.
Oh yeah, well they had that thing on the walk, and they would use it like on shrubs or like on the ground to like so they could simulate the hunting outside, right? But I
Okay.
thought about you could probably take a cat on a walk if you had like a laser pointer with you, and if they ever got distracted, you just get their attention again, and then I want to like see if I can get my girlfriend's cat who likes going outside, like see if we can get running up and down the street or something. That'd be fun.
Okay, here's the problem with that. Do you know what? I have never been more frustrated as a pet owner than I am trying to get my cat to notice a laser pointer.
Oh really?
Because there's no like if you do it on the ground and they're sort of like looking around like this, there's nothing you can do to like you can't like point at it. You can't sort of put it on the middle of their face because they can't see that.
Yeah.
They're just kind of looking around or whatever. You just fucking look at the.
You
We're
just have to
having
kind
fun.
of you have to kind of follow their eyes and see where they're looking, and then throw it in their field of vision. You know.
Just put it on the roof. Be like, yeah, deal with that. Fucking dork.
Well, so
Remember-
you get on the roof and then you flirt it down the wall, and you know it's a whole dance, Tim. Just learn how to dance
tried-
with Anchovy.
I tried that with my old roommate cat, Miss Jackson, and I accidentally put it in the wrong spot, and she jumped up on the wall to try to get it, and then landed on the radiator, and it was a whole thing. No one was happy with me.
Oh shit.
It's one of those things where like everybody's having fun, and then everyone immediately stops having fun. It's like, dude, what the hell? It's like, I don't know. I'm just I was trying to entertain the cat.
Just trying to play.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm too big and dumb.
Also, I love the Jackson will sometimes get them to. He always makes them
Jackson Galaxy,
Jackson Galaxy.
to clarify.
Will always make them add so much stuff to their house for their cats, which is hilarious. People are just like, I don't know if it really fits our decor, and then he comes back like a week later, and they have all these like shelves on the walls just for cats with like carpet on them, and then like runs up to stuff and toys attached to it and shit. It's pretty adorable
Yeah,
though.
you-
Seeing a cat sit on like a shelf, like halfway up a wall or like towards the ceiling, is pretty cute.
You just have to spend 10 grand on these cats. I'm never spending 10 grand on you, Anchovy. Never, ever.
Wow. What's the most amount of money you would spend on Anchovy?
Like for medical reasons?
Yeah.
Like $600?
Yeah, that's, you can get your nails clipped.
Yeah.
Anchovy, that's
We-
about it.
We clip our nails at home. Micah pays for pet insurance. We got,
There you go. I didn't even know pet insurance was a thing.
yeah. But unfortunately, it doesn't work for pre-existing conditions. We took her in because, and they're like, she has ear mites. And we're like, oh, what's the treatment for that? And then they gave it to us. And then they went, no, we're pretty sure she had these before you had pet insurance.
how do you fucking know?
Yeah, and then
That's
and then it's just,
bullshit.
all right. Yeah.
Man, all insurance is just such a
dicks.
crazy ass scam.
Yeah. And the thought, it's just so wild to me that they'll like get in fights, like court cases with a guy who's like, yeah, I got in a work accident and I'll never walk again. And they're like, that was probably your fault. So
Yeah, but were you wearing a hard hat? Were you wearing your
Yeah.
hard hat correctly?
yeah, the thing is, I am a multimillionaire and I will see you in court while you and your lawyer is going to be an exhausted man with a loose tie who doesn't
Yeah.
understand how the internet works.
Maybe that's why that homeless guy was in the road in front of that car. The car reminded him of his lawyer or something like that.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
trusted you. Was yelling
Yeah.
at him.
Yeah, that's true. I assume there's no way that like someone was homeless and they weren't completely fucked over by somebody.
Yeah.
That's somebody's fault.
There's a story there for sure. I bet you sometimes the somebody whose fault it is themselves, for sure. But there's got to
Yeah.
be some other stories there for sure.
Yeah. How long do you think it would take you to be homeless?
Like right now,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the thing is, I think I have enough people in my life who would be like, "You're not gonna be homeless. Come on, just fucking come over or whatever." I think it's when you've burned all those bridges is when you become homeless.
I'm really enjoying like you become homeless and then you come live with me and then I have to sit you down one day and go, just so you know, we're both now homeless.
I just collect homeless friends, and then me
Yeah.
and you like go stay with someone else, and then they like a
It's
couple
gonna-
months later are just like, "Hey guys, bad news." We're like, "Fuck, man, shit! I just painted. Damn it!"
Yeah, you really hitched your cart to the wrong horse on that one. Oh, people just start catching it like chicken pox. It's just like, and then we're just this traveling band of homeless people getting longer, like that game Caterpillar.
A lot of times I'm commuting to shows and stuff, I do feel pretty homeless. And I was thinking yesterday, the only thing I've learned in 8 years of comedy so far is to bring a pair of shorts in my backpack for the commute home from shows when it's hot out in the
Yeah.
summertime.
Oh yeah, if I'm
vital.
going to shows, I've got an umbrella, I've got a sweater,
Oh, yeah.
I've got a book.
Oh, vital. Vital.
Yeah. I've gotten really good at drinking cold coffee because I'll stay somewhere long enough that my coffee gets cold, but I'm not going to buy another coffee. So I just like sip it and be like, I can legally be here.
I purchased this for $1.25 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
I have paid my dues.
Yeah, just start fighting people.
Yeah.
I watched a documentary with Micah the other day. It was
Okay.
called "In the Realms of the Unreal,"
Okay.
and
Go
it's
on.
just such a nightmare. It's basically about this guy. He was sort of abused in like orphanages, basically, and like child
Mhm.
labor camps, essentially.
Jesus.
And then he started working as a janitor in this hospital.
Yeah.
And everybody thought he was like an insane person because he never talked to anybody. He would just go to work, go home, and then they would hear him like talking in his room to himself, like
Mhm.
getting in fights with people, like getting in fights with the nurses he interacted with that day who he felt wronged him.
Yeah.
And then he was just sort of this creepy old man who would go around, he would like dig through people's garbage and take out like clippings of children and stuff.
It's never a good look.
And
Wait,
like
how did people?
things from magazines.
How'd they know? Like someone checked
I
the
don't know.
garbage, like, "Hey, my clippings of children are gone."
It's probably looking him
Aw,
up.
fuck! I didn't
Looking
mean
at
to
'em.
throw those out. Where are my clippings of children? Ah,
Hey. I was saving those. And he all right, now I'm doubting this whole story. But no. And he would
no, go for it.
and he would just go home and talk to himself in this room, and then the next day he would go back to work, just do the same thing, never talk to anybody ever.
Yeah.
And then he died, and they went into his apartment, and it turns out that he had spent his life writing a 15,000-page book called In the Realms of the Unreal. That's about this like mystical land of like basically there's one nation that wants to kill all the children, and then there's this other Christian nation where like they want to defend children, and there's these like 7 little girls who are like the princesses, and they run the whole army, and like he's in the book, and a lot of the people from the orphanage he went to and all the people he hated are in the book as bad guys. And it's a picture book,
Shit.
and he had no idea, so he taught himself how to make art through like tracing these pictures of children, and like collage was in there.
Damn.
And he like taught himself how to paint and draw and all these sort of things. And then they found it out when he died, and it was just basically people going through this story and just this interior life of this guy.
Damn. What's that on?
It's real. It's on YouTube.
Oh fuck, dude! I'm gonna look that
Yeah.
up for sure.
You can just find it. You'll love it. The
That's awesome.
lady who made it directed 6 episodes of 13 Reasons Why. So
Ooh.
obviously you love her.
Yeah. As long as they are in the first 2 seasons, I remember those. But dude, that's fucking awesome. Can you
Yeah.
like get this book anywhere?
There's like an abridged version of it because it's 15,000 pages, and apparently it gets pretty tedious.
Yeah.
I don't think
Well,
it was like
he
an awesome
probably
writer.
wasn't through like the editing phase yet. He was teaching himself
Yeah.
editing. He's just getting the big ones out of the way first, you know?
But you can find like, a 300 pager or like a 700 page version somewhere
Yeah.
with a little bit of the artwork, not all of it. He said some of the arts were like, he would take butcher paper and tape it together.
Mm-hmm.
And they would be like 10 feet long. Some of these big mosaics he would make of battlefields and
Damn.
yeah, and he was just so inexperienced with people. Like when he would draw the girls naked, they would have penises because people think that he just thought that everybody had penises because he'd never seen a vagina before.
Whoa.
Yeah, like
Damn.
Manolis.
Yeah. I loved when Manolis released his album Girl Penis, and then there was a newspaper in town that misprinted it and said like Manolis Thanos releases new album Penis Girl. I was like, what a weird fucking superhero that would be.
Penis girl. What would her powers be? Do you think she like throws dicks at people?
I would
She
hope
can, like,
so.
shoot dicks out of her hands.
Yeah. Like fucking Spider-Man with dicks.
Yeah, she can just like point at someone and then they grow dicks out of their like face.
Yeah, she got bitten by like a radioactive cock one time.
Now she can come out the top of her head and squirt bad guys with it, and they're like, "Ew, gross." Going home. This sucks.
It's like covered like, it's so warm. It's so warm.
Eh,
Not hot,
Why
but
did-
warm.
why does it have sperms? But yeah, that documentary really bummed me the hell out.
Why?
It really did. All these stories about people who are like discovered to be artists because it was like exhibited around the world as this like outsider art
Damn.
thing. Because outsider art is basically when they find like a mentally disabled man child who makes art, and then
Yeah.
everyone's like, it's so innocent and pure and strange and all that stuff.
And it's wonderful
And then-
because we don't have to talk to him because he's dead. So we just
Yeah,
talk
it-
about how beautiful of an artist he was and not actually interact with him, the thing he probably craved the most.
Absolutely. There's no one to stop us from juicing every last cent out of this.
Yeah.
It's like the stories about fucking, Van Gogh didn't get famous till after he died. And now those paintings are worth an ungodly amount of money. But during his life, he was like, couldn't get a girl to kiss him, so he had to like cut his own ear off and try to impress her that way.
Yeah, I wonder if he ever got that smooch.
I hope so. I haven't watched the Willem Dafoe movie, but
Oh,
I bet he
yeah. I should check that out.
I bet
got
you
I
probably-
got a lot of good stuff to watch. Thank you,
Yeah.
Tim. I appreciate that.
I bet she was probably weirded out.
Yeah.
That Willem Dafoe movie came out around the same time as another Van Gogh movie, which was all painted with watercolors. They did it like frame by frame.
Oh, yeah. I saw a trailer for that. I really
Yeah.
wanted to see it. It
I
looked
forget what
neat.
it's called, but I'm sure it's somewhere.
I'm sure it's got to be a
fucking-
pretty easy Google.
Yeah, it's bizarre as hell.
Yeah. That's pretty unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is unique.
Yeah.
If I die, if I'm like, become an artist and write like a thing and make a bunch of short films and
Yeah.
really, get my lazy ass up, record a bunch of albums, all that stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm unappreciated in my lifetime, I hope I'm never appreciated. I don't want
Yeah.
anyone to appreciate me after I'm
Yeah.
dead.
If you didn't appreciate me in my lifetime, don't do it after. That
Yeah,
doesn't do
fuck
me any
off.
good. Yeah.
I'm going to burn all of it. No one gets nothing.
I'm going to be buried with all the copies of anything I make like a fucking pharaoh. This is
Yeah.
my riches. I get this.
He's got a burning funeral pyre covered in copies of Extremely Loud and Incredibly Fat.
Oh, that's such a good name. I should use
You're
that at
not
some
fat
point.
enough anymore.
Damn it.
You fucking skinny bitch.
I'm not skinny though either. That's the sad part. It's like I ran a good chunk of a marathon and then just got distracted by a restaurant.
Yeah,
Like,
but you're
ooh,
fucking
barbecue.
jacked now, dude. You're fucking strong.
Yeah, I'm not that
You're just
strong.
like a
I gotta
strong
work out
guy.
more. Thanks, man.
You can still bench me. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, I guess in the grand scheme of things. It's just that
Yeah.
you spend time in the gym and you see what's strong in the gym and you're like, I'm not strong. But these are the strong people because they're in the gym,
Yeah.
I gotta
And
go
that's
walk
their
around
whole
the
thing.
mall and be like, I'm fucking strong as hell. That's what I need
Yeah.
to do.
They walk into a bookstore, they just rip books in half, and they're like, yeah, I'm strong. But, no, I don't know. You should get fatter is what I'm saying. And louder. You're not as loud as you used to be.
Yeah,
You've
no, I
changed.
gotta bring it back up. No, you're right.
Ah?
Actually, I did that joke the other day because I wanted to dust off Maximum Surprise, see if it's still fun to say, and yeah, still fun, still a fun weird bit. So I'm probably gonna start
People-
doing that more.
People still get involved?
A little bit. It's kind of sad to see. I think even less people know what hit clips are, but I did a pretty popular little young bar, so maybe that's why. Who knows? I'll yell at a bunch of kids at Emerson this fall, I bet, about it. It'll be nice.
This is like confession time. I don't know what hit clips are either.
Wow.
So, yeah. I
Must've
listened
been
to the bit and-
very, very much just for my generation, like just that year.
Yeah, I support you,
Yeah.
but do not know what hit clips are.
I think it was a toy that survived like one Christmas. It was really dumb. You would have to have a cartridge. A cartridge would just play like basically the Spotify preview of a song, like just part of the chorus, and you had to collect all the hit clips, and then you would just put in your hit clip and then listen to 30 seconds of that song and then take it out and put in a different 30 seconds of a different song. I remember I only ever had one hit clip too.
Which one?
I don't remember what it is, but there's only like 200 and something songs listed as like releases for hit clips. So sometimes I'll go back through and just like pick some random songs and listen to them and just see if there's anything in my brain that recognizes it. I'm like, no, that's not the one. Because I do believe that I will find the song and it will just like fucking unlock something in my brain.
Probably, yeah. You'll remember something horrible that happened to you that you've tried to block out.
Yeah, that I blocked out by just playing that hit clip like over and over and just like shaking back and forth. Like, this is sealing it away. It'll never come out.
That'll become your Scream and Shout by Will.i.am featuring Britney Spears.
Yeah, that's what I need.
I
a tinfoil song.
Yeah, tinfoil. That's good. What is it? Oh yeah, when I was a kid, I had 2 cassette tapes that I would listen to on my big cassette player. I would play when I was taking a bath. And
we're fucking two just really cool guys. I just want to say that real quick. We're 2 of the coolest guys out there.
I was a small child. I would come inside with like dirty knees, and I couldn't be trusted with a shower, so I would take a bath. And
were they afraid you're gonna fucking drown in the shower? Why couldn't you be trusted with a shower?
I don't know. I was a child. Childs take baths.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
And I had two cassettes. I had the Best of Queen.
I had that one.
And I had Backstreet's Back by the Backstreet Boys. And let me tell you, I did not listen to the Best of Queen once.
Wow.
It was only Backstreet's Back by the Backstreet Boys. Every bath time. Might even call them the Bath Street Boys. The way I was laying in soup water getting dancy.
Just like every day your dad walks by putting his ear to the door hoping to hear Queen and then just hears Backstreet's Back. All right. Just every day.
It's so funny thinking about there's like a generation of men who are like, I don't want you listening to anything gay. We're putting on Queen.
Or when music used to be music.
Yeah.
Men sang about kissing men.
We're putting on David Bowie. We're putting on Queen. Straight music.
Oh, fuck.
Rock and roll.
You wanna close up shop? You wanna do some pluggy poos there, Timothy?
Yeah, all right. That sounds fun.
What do you got going on this week? Yeah, I'm hungry as fuck.
Oh, no. Can you go first?
Yeah, I'm doing Red Mullet Comedy at the Red Papaya Thai and Grill Friday, August 26th in Guelph at 7 p.m. Come out to that. That'll be fun. Doing it with Mikey Mitch from Hamilton and some other people whose names I can't remember. And Saturday, August 27th, I'm doing Laughs for Lacey at the Back Alley Bar and Grill in my alma mater, St. Thomas. I think alma mater is a school thing. I graduated there, technically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My old stomping ground.
Yeah, where I used to stomp.
Yeah.
And I stopped recently with Tim, and I'm hoping this show's better, and it can be better if you guys come out to it. That's very important. So please come out to it. As for fucking that kid with cancer, come on. For her to get less cancer, not to get more. That'd be a horrific fundraiser.
We're trying to raise money so that Doug can fuck a kid with cancer. Okay?
No.
It's very expensive.
No.
Way more than you think.
I don't need that audio out there. Yeah. It takes a lot of convincing, a lot of fucking grease in the wheel to get that going, all right?
Yeah. I'm not doing shit next week. Just going to see Bill Burr with you. I went hog wild booking shows, and I was doing like 3-4 a week, and then I was like, hey, look who's got shows, and I never asked anyone for anything else.
Yeah.
So I need to message some people for these coming weeks and next month.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Anyway.
I gotta go on that messaging train too. But anyways, guys, thanks for listening. As always, we really appreciate it. If you could, send us voice notes if you want to, or just any sort of interaction at all is tight. But even if you just keep silently listening, we appreciate that too. Both me and Tim love you so much. Have a great whatever's going on right now in your life. Day, night, afternoon. Goodbye.
Nailed it.
Not bad.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at us, just two professionals.
I should stop this recording.
Yeah.